Welcome back to Valentine TV. I was on a live Diddy pretrial conference just now on the outside. And don't you know, I sit there an hour and a half at least waiting because they was outside. They were live. Don't you know they cut the camera? Just cut it. But I had good conversation with whoever was listening, even though they didn't say nothing back. But anyway, this is from inside the courtroom. Well, you know how they type and you read it from inside the courtroom. Well, that surprise witness, also known as BJ Investigates, she is going to read what happened on the inside of the courthouse, okay? And I apologize for not getting it live. All right, let's see what happened on the inside. Okay, sorry about that again, y'all. They tricked me. Okay, but anyway, yeah, we're gonna do it. If you okay, let's see.
Is not,
Okay, let's
exactly
see.
on time.
Let's
Now, let's go to the docket. Hold on,
okay.
pull it up.
Let's see what we got.
Okay. Now, let's go here and see if he's said anything else. No, he hasn't said anything yet. The police are making them move.
See, that's what we got. We was outside. And she on the inside.
How many of these guys have bullied Sean Paul Reyes? I need to know. Okay, so what we're dealing with today. Let me just turn the volume off on here. Okay. What we're dealing with today is called a pre-trial conference, and it's just where all the sides come together and talk to the judge about what issues they want to discuss that are outstanding, that they need to be getting underway before the trial. A lot of times this is where the judge will ask about evidence and the scheduling of when evidence will be turned over. I'm not an expert about this, right? I'm just kind of telling you what I understand it to be. Judge did write a letter to the parties, and he did this on document to judge from USA, no, opinion order 110. So December 12th, so 4 days ago, I might have to sneeze, oh no.
Hey, Clark.
December 12th, 4 days ago, right, 6 days ago? Wait, hold on, 7 days. December, the 10 and the 12 are confusing me. 6 days ago, December 12th, 6 days ago. Docket number 110 hit the docket, okay? And it was an order. It was the Judge Subramanian, telling the parties that by 2 days ago, that by December 16th, they needed to come to him with what issues they wanted to talk about in today's hearing. So today, the hearing is here, right? It supposedly started 5 minutes ago. I doubt the judge is even yet in the courtroom. Yeah, he hasn't even posted. So 7 minutes ago, we are checking in with our friend over here at Inner City Press.
Oh, that's great. That's great, M. Clark.
Matthew Russell Lee. What's his name? Matthew Russell Lee.
Thank you for subscribing and liking. I appreciate it.
A true American patriot. A true American hero. I mean, really, y'all.
Hey, Christmas.
Let me just show you his picture.
Pickle lover.
He's covering everything. Look at him. He's covering the UN. He's writing books. He's covering all the Diddy cases, right? Here's the Jay-Z, Alex Spiro one. He's on top of that. He's got 2 Diddy books out. I mean, he's just really working.
We'll know the next time to go to the Inner City
about Giuliani's case. He's just all over the place and in a good way. He's keeping up with it. But he's in the courtroom right now.
Thank y'all for the likes and the subscribing.
Arguments, right? We read this earlier about whether or not these documents should be inspection only or attorney possession only. I'll show y'all
I'm 10 away
What
from
ended up getting put down.
500
Okay, so a few days ago we get an order,
subscribers.
document 110, from Judge Subramanian, and he's saying, what do y'all want to talk about at the hearing? And you need to submit a letter to me. It
I
needs to be a
can't
joint
see
letter
that,
submitted
y'all.
to me by the 16th, and tell me, what do you want to talk about at the pretrial hearing?
I
Okay,
can't
so they did
see
that.
it.
They submitted a joint letter. It is at document number 114, and it was on schedule, submitted December 16th. Okay, so it was submitted on time, document number 114. Okay, it's a letter, and in the letter, the government lays out its position, and Agnifilo lays out him and
Excuse
Diddy's
me,
position.
y'all.
And if you're just joining, hi, hello, we're just waiting for the hearing to get kicked off. I don't believe the judge is yet even in the courtroom. Okay, Judge Clerk said, we'll bring out the defendant in a moment. Check with Mr. Agnifilo. Okay, bring out the defendant. Combs comes of the side door, I think out of the side door, in MDC, that's the Metropolitan Detention Center jail, tan suit, sits next to Tony Rico, and then he hugs him, and then, oh, I gotta sneeze, and then waves at his other lawyers and those in the audience. Okay, so similar as to last time. Diddy is in the courtroom. He has arrived. Diddy has arrived.
Okay.
Is there anything else? No.
What's
So he
going
comes
on,
in, he
Juan?
talks to his attorney,
No
Tony
cursing.
Rico. He's got on the tan jail suit, and he hugs Tony Rico, and then he waves to his other lawyers. So I'm assuming that's like Agnifilo and stuff. Y'all were asking me, do I plan to cover Mangione, Luigi Mangione, hiring
This is Diddy's pre-trial.
His wife? Yes, I do. It's just been a lot of other stuff, like I felt like was more pressing because it was like actually being filed in court, like Luigi's cases, and also the Alexander brothers. Those cases are not like really fully off the ground yet, you know. Like I feel like this Diddy and Jay-Z one are like in full swing, and it's like I have to keep up with everything.
She's waiting for the judge to come
But
in,
yes,
but
I
this
will
is
be covering
Diddy's
to some extent both of those cases, and I
pre-trial.
do have a BJ Investigates coming out on Luigi Mangione. Okay, so
All right, you too, M. Clark.
and we got that joint letter. We got that joint letter from Diddy and Agnifilo and the government. And in the joint letter, they each lay out their side. The government lays out its side, and then Diddy and Agnifilo lay out their side. The government goes first. The government says, all right, as far as evidence and discovery goes, Your Honor, we are going to be able to get all of what we have in our possession right now to Diddy by the deadline. We already had pre-agreed upon deadline. I'm talking about document 114, the letter. And this was the letter submitted by court order. The court ordered this letter to be submitted. So they're like, yeah, we're gonna meet the deadline, Your Honor. And you're gonna read below, Your Honor. This is the government talking. You're gonna read below, the feds are saying. When you get to Diddy's part, one paragraph below, you're gonna read him talking about Brady violations and all of that. But I will just have you note, Your Honor, we don't even have our deadline, hasn't even come up yet. Can we get to the December 31st deadline? Because that was our deadline. Because he's going to be talking about Brady and all of this, but we're not done turning over everything to him yet. But we will be done by December 31st as promised. The only things outstanding that we're even going to have to talk about after December 31st, Your Honor, the government says, the feds are saying in document 114, the only thing you're going to have outstanding to worry about from us that we have in our possession is stuff we can't get into. We can't get access to some of his accounts. It was ambiguous how they wrote it, but the way I interpreted it was they can't access some of the data on some of the documents.
Yeah, because y'all remember they said that some of the stuff that they confiscated from his house, they had like some of the hard drives and stuff. Some were either old, some were cracked, or bent, and they couldn't get in it so they could retrieve the evidence or whatever that's on the hard drives. That's what they're talking about, but they're supposed to have Diddy all the evidence by December 31st. All right, so that's what they're talking about, to make sure it's all going to be done, what they have left to do and all of that. So that's what they're doing with this pre-trial, okay? Thank you for coming on, BJ. Well,
excuse me. They can't access some of the data. And some of the electronic stuff they have, like maybe they can't get into an iCloud account or something, like maybe they can't get into an encrypted whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I took it to mean. And so that's the only thing that's going to be left outstanding. can we get through our deadline first before we talk about Brady? Okay. Let's see if Inner City Press has said anything else is happening. It doesn't look like it. Let me just... Okay. Most recent thing was tweeted was the last thing we read. And that is, they brought out Diddy. And he fraternized with his lawyers or whatever. I don't know if that's like
the judge ain't out yet, y'all. Diddy's out there, but not the judge.
So then in that joint letter that was written by court order, Agnifilo then lays out his side. If you're just joining, hi, hello, make sure you're not inadvertently unsubscribed, because I have gone live. This is my second time live today and my fourth video today. You probably missed all kind of stuff. Y'all gotta make sure that you're subscribed and all that. If you're just joining, hi, hello, we are talking about, we're waiting for the hearing to start. We've just been told from someone inside the courtroom, he's live tweeting about it, Inner City Press, Matthew Russell Lee. We've just been told that Diddy is in the courtroom, but it doesn't appear that the judge is in the courtroom yet. So in the meantime, I'm just catching up on the docket and telling y'all what we can expect to be talked about today. I'm sure some stuff's going to come up that we don't know.
Christian videos. That is
anyway,
so
true. So we're talking
true.
about document 114. It's a letter. It's got the government's position and it's got Diddy's position on it. The government said they're going to be done turning their stuff over by December 31st. Just give them till then before you start squawking about Brady.
Also, Christian videos. Yeah, Jesus loves us all, and we all should be, have a desired relationship with him. Also, some of us don't need to live out on the streets if we don't know how to act. You know what I mean? But yeah, I love everybody. And thank you for popping in. I haven't seen you before. I'm going to have to come check your channel out. All right? And thanks for coming. Please subscribe and hit the like button. I'm going to come to your channel, though.
Then Agnifilo puts his side, and he's like, yeah, they're improperly holding stuff from us, and he's mad and all of that. Well, he says in that number 115 letter that he's going to be writing another letter of his own later today. And when he sends that letter of his own later today, he's going to seek sanctions for Brady and all of this stuff. Now, remember, the government has already stolen his thunder, because the government already said, can we wait till the deadline to pass? Well, come to find out later that very day, the government, the feds, did turn over a substantial amount of evidence to Mark Agnifilo, which then prompted him to send another letter again on the next day and kind of recant what he had said in letter 114. So he had said, actually, Your Honor, put a pin in that. Just put a pin, hold that thought, because the government just dropped a bunch of stuff on me, and now I don't even know what they were holding and not holding, so I'm just going to hold off on that. Now, could it be that Agnifilo still has some issues and he wants to just talk about him in court today? Absolutely.
Thank y'all for the likes.
But he does seem to have at least kind of like recanted it a little bit. We still don't have any new tweets. I just kind of like hard refresh too, right? Like I went all the way back to his profile and looked at that.
Please subscribe.
Oh, didn't you just become a member in the other one? Welcome to member Itty Bitty XO.
Oh, she getting members. Look there.
Stephanie, welcome to member.
I can't wait. I can't
Crystal
wait.
K, thank you for the $2 super chat. Let me borrow that outfit. I got this on Poshmark. It's cute though. I like it. Thank you. Thank you for $2 super chat. Beautiful Messy Ball member for 4 months, and there is an Audie hearing tomorrow. There you go. There you go.
Oh.
Shout out to you, member for 4 months. Thank you so much, artist, for the $19.99 super chat. Thank you for all your hard work. Appreciate all you do. Thank you.
Audie's having his hearing tomorrow. Y'all remember Audie? Jonathan Audie? Well, some say Odie, but it's Audie. The one that shot up the Reagan thing, and they arrested him, and he was talking about the bootleg, and he was in there with Diddy and Cassie, and he the one was telling them all about this, that he felt like he was a slave, like a ex-slave, all of that stuff. Yeah, he was the one that told us that like years ago. My God, y'all remember him? Yeah, Jonathan Audie. Yeah, his trial is tomorrow, or whatever it's tomorrow. I gotta catch it. Here we go.
What else has been done here? So this right here, document 115, I'm not actually sure if I even covered it. Maybe if I didn't. No, I didn't. I think I ended at 114.
You did.
I'm trying to make sure that I have all the bases covered and the documents covered, because I know some of y'all are keeping track of it over on the podcast side of things, and it's like a lot harder whenever that's all you have and there's no video attached. Hannah said, I am sitting here laughing thinking about Day Risen of the Judge. Does it surprise you? Because I'm not surprised, but like it is just so brazen.
Nothing yet.
Okay. The assistant U.S. attorney says, our investigation is ongoing. The judge said, can you tell me how you are complying with the Brady obligations? Emily Johnson, assistant U.S. attorney, says, we are endeavoring to get them the information they are requesting, including interrogations we conducted. Interrogations? Wait a second. Interrogations gives a clue away. Because interrogation implies that it happened within police custody, meaning that person was either in jail or in detention, incarcerated, whatever the word is. Because otherwise, they would say interviews, right? Or deposition, like they said interrogation.
Who they talking about, y'all?
Yes,
do y'all know?
Thank you. She says, this is the most recent tweet. I'll read it again. Our investigation is ongoing. Judge, can you tell me how you are complying with the Brady obligations? Because remember, they have to follow these Brady obligations because that's what got Alec Baldwin off in the Rust trial, was the Brady stuff. It was that the government was withholding evidence in a way that was impermissible. And so,
interrogation we
conducted. Don't want that to happen. I'm sure he's saying, "Hey, given
files
I know
from
the deadline's not here yet.
Victim
but
one.
Can you tell me, just remind me and humor me rather? How are you complying with the Brady Brady obligations?" She says, "We're endeavoring. This is the feds. We're trying to get them the information they want or they are requesting, including interrogations we conducted, but with who we don't know." She says, we've given files from victim one, and that's presumed to be Cassie. Let's see if they've said anything else.
I wonder if it's Cassie.
47 seconds ago, we get another tweet.
Okay.
Judge, what can you tell me about your ongoing investigation and any superseding indictment? The judge is like, all right, if y'all aren't going to charge him with something else, let's get the show on the road. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. She says, I can't say much. We're mindful of the trial date. Any additional charges will have little discovery information. So she's saying, as far as evidence we've been able to collect, we pretty much got what we got. If we get something else new, we'll send it to him. As far as charging him with something else, I can't tell you if we're going to do that or not at this point. But if we do, it's not going to be like, oh, we got a whole mountain of new evidence. It's going to deal with the same evidence we're talking about right here, so it's not going to like prejudice him or something. That was the most recent. tweet. So that appears to be what's going on. And I got to give this judge a hats off. I do, because he does seem to be very fair. He's treating Diddy as if he were, presumed innocent till proven guilty. But whenever Agnifilo or, somebody misrepresents something to him, he does call that out as well. He seems to go, kind of straight down the middle. He doesn't seem to only always side 100% with the feds. He doesn't seem to only always side 100% with Diddy. It seems like he's doing a good, fair job so far. I don't know. I mean, y'all can. 37 seconds ago, the judge turns to the defense, Agnifilo, and then says, defense. Okay, here comes Agnifilo. The pattern of racketeer activities is very vague, Agnifilo said. They allege multiple acts of arson and kidnapping. But what events? We anticipate a motion for a bill of particulars coming to the court. Okay, so a motion for a bill of particulars is, Agnifilo is saying, they've alleged all this stuff that allegedly Diddy did. Kidnapping, arson, But they haven't given us any evidence of any arson. We don't see any police report for an arson. We don't see any affidavit for an arson. That seems to be what's being implied here. You know what I mean? I'm just reading the tweet.
Excuse me.
That you can read yourself right here. But Agnifilo, Diddy's lawyer, is saying this pattern of so-called racketeer activities is just vague. I'm going to need them to tell me some more specifics, because what they've already charged with ain't good enough, much less trying to come back with some superseding something.
Lord. Affidavit.
And that was the most recent. That's the most recent tweet.
Yana, I'm going to need something else.
Yeah. Judge does seem on point. Y'all are saying I like it. Right. Tari and Queen said Kid Cudi's car. Yes, but I think what Mark Agnifilo seems to be implying, and again, he's not credible to me. In my opinion, he's not credible. He's lost his credibility because he misrepresented things to this court already. So Mark Agnifilo has said things before that seemed to be a certain way, and it literally, it wasn't that. So it's totally possible that the feds have turned over to Diddy and Agnifilo and them evidence of the Kid Cudi car situation, and maybe Agnifilo hasn't seen it. Maybe Agnifilo's lying, and maybe he's playing dumb. I really don't know. Maybe they haven't turned it over, the Kid Cudi car situation. Let's see if he's said anything else. Looks like nothing new.
I bet they turned it over already.
Nothing new. So that's the most recent tweet that we get from inside the courtroom. And remember, these are coming live from Inner City Press, Matthew
Inner City Press.
Russell Lee. And if you would like to support the work that he is doing, I don't think he gets paid for doing this, a salary or something. I mean, I think he just does this for free. So if you would like to support his work and also get access to the court documents, he does list the court documents on his Patreon. If you're signed up to his Patreon, you can download the court documents. Okay, let's see if...
Ooh, I gotta get on there.
19 seconds ago, Agnifilo says something else.
Uh-oh.
If what had happened in Mr. Combs's bedroom was found to be entirely personal, we would view that as subject to Brady. The judge said, should I deny without prejudice the request made, understanding that the government will engage with the dialogue to you? Okay. So I'm glad that I covered document number 110, this one, and number 114. I'm also glad I covered 116, because the judge is asking now, what do you want me to do about that request you made? Can I just say no, denied for now, and then you come back to me when you have something specific, because you've now put it on my docket? You're going to want to talk about Brady. So judge is asking Agnifilo, what do you want me to do as far as the technicality of this order this request you've now put on my docket? Can I just deny it right now, and then once you get something more specific, should I deny with prejudice the request made, understanding the government will engage with dialogue?
Excuse me, y'all.
So Agnifilo, that's the most recent one. But Agnifilo is kind of, I think, giving a little bit... I'm starting to feel like there's been a lot of stuff filed. Or very important stuff for context.
He's
been
probably
filed
trying to get a
mistrial
mistrial or something.
Or maybe I got memory wiped. But I don't know if this is supposed to be in reference to something or just the general theory of the case that Mark Agnifilo seems to be now advancing and has been for a while, that all of this FO activity was all consensual. It was private bedroom behaviors and it wasn't racketeering. And he's like, so if what happened in Diddy's bedroom was found to just be entirely personal, we would view that as subject to Brady. I don't even know what he's trying to say, though. Because if you're filming it and the tapes get distributed, I think it's not entirely personal. So I don't even know what he's talking about entirely personal. But the judge is asking, well, what do you want to do with the request you made about Brady? Can I just take it off my calendar, basically? And then with the understanding that you and the government can talk about what it is that you actually want without getting me involved every dang time? Baked by K said deny that.
Oh, Lord.
Let's see, that's the most recent tweet. 3 minutes ago. I bet you another one's coming down the pipe. Also, I mean, it's a lot of stuff that gets said, and he does have to kind of condense it. Okay, it's 19 seconds ago. Agnifilo says, no, don't deny it. Don't deny it. He says, quote, we'd prefer you keep the motion open. We plan to expand it to asking for more specifics. The judge said, based on what I heard, there's going to be a dialogue. I'm willing to leave the motion open as long as you know I'm not ignoring it. Okay, so the judge is saying, I'm putting it on the freaking record right now. I'm leaving it open because you asked me to, but I don't want to hear your mouth later talking about I ignored your request, because really I want to deny it. Okay, but I'll leave it open, but you're not going to come back later and tell me I'm ignoring something. Let's see if there's anything else. Looks like the most recent one. The judge is like, all right, from what I understand, you're supposed to be talking, and I hope y'all can figure it out without me getting involved. I'll leave your motion open. And again, what is the motion? I think it's this. The motion. I don't know if it's like a letter motion. Maybe it's this. They didn't cite a docket number. Let's see if they said anything else. Looks like the most recent is the I'm not ignoring it from the judge. Okay. She's funny. That's the most recent tweet. 2 minutes ago. The judge is seemingly hoping Diddy and like Agnifalo's side and the government and Fed side and all them, they can all, come together and get along and come up with some resolution on their own. But it's like Agnifalo just wants to run to the judge for every single little thing.
He'll start running when all that money gone, in my opinion.
Agnifalo, we'd prefer you to keep this is the most recent tweet, a few minutes ago now, 3 minutes or so. We prefer you to keep the motion open. We plan to expand it, asking for more specifics. Based on what I've heard, there's going to be a dialogue, the judge said. Based on what I've heard, there is going to be a dialogue. Nothing else new. It's hurrying up to wait over here, okay?
Yeah, he's in there typing fast as he can.
3 minutes ago. What are y'all saying over here?
Because I'd heard that they was
going to... for the $2.99 super sticker. Appreciate you.
They was going to stop like it at...
Why did he call himself Puffy, indeed?
When it leaked out, I'd heard they was going to stop the inside people from even going in there to...
Nope.
To tweet.
Still dealing with about a 3 minute old, sometimes even like as much as 7 minutes, to avoid any kind of surprise at the last minute. The judge said, let's meet March 17th. Again, it's going to be another pretrial conference just to make sure they're on schedule.
And make sure I got
16,
all that.
I need to provide the court with any update. Let me take that. With any update on the motions schedule. The court's goal is to avoid any kind of surprise at the last minute. Y'all.
So, Judge said, Mr. Agnifilo, any other discovery issues? Combs lawyer Agnifilo says no. Judge says, so on to schedule. By January 3rd, provide the court with any update on the motion schedule. The court's goal is to avoid any kind of surprise at the last minute. Let's meet March 17th. All right, so.
I better mark this man's words.
Let's see what's going on.
The court's goal. Y'all, this feels like an ominous prophecy. The judge said, okay. The judge turns to Agnifalo. Any other discovery issues? Right, other than the Brady issues.
What is it?
Agnifalo said no. The judge said, okay, fine. On to schedule. Like what the trial, like the next schedule would be for turning in documents and stuff. Now, it's already set up. But the judge is saying, by January 3rd, y'all need to tell me if there's going to be an update to that schedule. If y'all are going to need more time, if this thing or that thing's going to take more time, you need to tell me by January 3rd. The judge said the court's goal is to avoid any kind of surprise at the last minute. The judge said, let's meet March 17th.
Just to make sure.
It's going to be another pretrial conference just to make sure they're on schedule.
Okay, March 17th.
16 seconds ago, judge adjourned. That was it. That was the whole court.
That was all.
Oh my God.
That's all,
Coverage
y'all.
continues. Okay, well, let's see if a press conference happens. That's it.
No.
That was it.
Well, press conference did not happen. Because we was out there for an hour and 30 minutes with nothing. We saw the two, Justin and, dang. Justin. Oh my God, I forgot. The two youngest ones come and leave. And that's all we got to see. That was all. But anyway, I thank y'all for coming back, trusting me again. At least we got to hear some of what was going on in the courtroom. All they want to know is, do you have your evidence? Did the state give them all the evidence that they had so they'd have time to go over it and all of that stuff? They have to December the 31st to give it to them. All right, and that was it. All right, okay, so I'm going to get out of here, see if I can find something worth watching. And I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later. Be safe out there, because things are not what they seem. I love y'all. Bye.